have nothing to add to the, for lack of a better term, shtick regarding the riots, except for, first of all, you can't blame the mayor. Even though the mayor did some things she certainly should not have done, ultimately, it's the fault of the so-called protesters. Secondly, if they really wanted justice, instead of protesting, they would have waited until the investigation was complete, and they would have tried to not obstruct the investigation, because even the authorities have rights. Remember the 5th to 8th Amendments, which talk about how to deal with civil grievances and criminal complaints, and also, of course, due process in each of those kinds of cases. And then thirdly, they say that there were professional agitators at the protest, and on Sean Hannity's show, they talked about how the Nation of Islam was among the protesters. And of course, I'm thinking, well, and I got in a lot of trouble for saying this to someone. I said, there's definitely anti-Semitism involved with this, and that person thought that I was making a dubious connection. Well, given that the Nation of Islam was among the protesters, and given that Baltimore has a Jewish community, especially in areas like Park Heights, it's no secret that, especially after Ferguson, and especially the Glenn Greenwald connection there, it's no wonder that anti-Semites and self-hating Jews will want to cause trouble for Jews in Park Heights, and of course in other areas in Baltimore and in the vicinity of Baltimore City. So, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. If those of us who are Jews, no matter our faith, if any of us are ethnic Jews, if we can, we need to get out of Baltimore. We need to get out of Maryland. We need to get out of wherever else and make Aliyah. And if we seriously think that we're going to escape, all we need to do is look at Jews in Europe. Have they been able to escape unless they've made Aliyah? So, as I said, there's definitely anti-Semitism in this whole shtick with the Freddie Gray protests, and Jews like me, if we can, need to make Aliyah, and we need to do it as soon as possible. And again, if the protesters really cared about justice, they would respect the 5th to 8th Amendment rights of the cops as well as the 14th Amendment rights of the cops, and they wouldn't be protesting until the investigation's done, and they certainly would not invite anti-Semites and other troublemakers into the fray.